Patriot Fleet Solutions was founded in reaction to turmoil in the liner business during COVID. And now fleets and fleet management companies have a better, friendlier solution that's made in the USA.
My name is Henry CHEDRAOUI. I am the Vice President of Patriot Fleet Solutions, an offshoot or a branch of Patriot Liner. I want to tell you a little bit about who is Patriot Liner and who is Patriot Fleet Solutions. Patriot Liner is the parent company of Patriot Fleet Solutions. The Patriot Liner was born about 4 years ago during COVID era by the father and son, two Navy veterans, both when the father Scooter DeLon and Josh DeLon. Josh is served in Iraq. He's a war veteran. He spent time in Iraq, and Scooter spent 15 years in the Navy. When Scooter left the Navy, which is the father, when he left the Navy, he came and worked with he became one of the cornerstones of a well-known liner company back in the 90s. And he became one of the major players to develop that company. And again, Scooter was not a big fan of big corporations and the rules and the regulation that put a lot of strain on their dealers or shops. And it really kind of like confined progress. It really confined them into certain specifications of rules that confined them. So after the first company that he worked with got sold to a PE firm, private equity, he moved on. He's not a big fan, as I mentioned. He's not a big fan of rules and regulation. That doesn't mean he doesn't follow rules and regulation. He does. But he feels or he sees that the rules and regulation are too constraining for liberty and make sure that the progress that you need to have a lot of freedom for you to go and move forward. So he moved on. He created another company. While his son's still serving in Iraq and in the Navy, he went to a different company, another liner company, and he developed that company also from scratch, literally, right after the first one. From that, after his son Josh left the armed forces, he came and joined him. They started working together. This is what we're talking about in 90s and 2000, and you keep going up. We all know when the Iraq War happened, right? So he was in it. So when he came out of the armed forces, Josh, he came back to work with his father, and they became very successful. They did a lot of good work. They created a system that makes sense to a lot of small guys. And a lot of people made a lot of money because of their effort. And again, the same thing happened once again. When another private equity, went in and bought that system, they did not like it either. So they left it during COVID era, right? So Josh and Scooter, father and son, sitting at a beer, having a beer together and discussing how much of a trouble the industry has become or got into. We all knew not only the liner industry had so many issues, almost the entire supply chain became extremely difficult at any level we're talking about, the raw material, the distribution system. And they start talking about how it became very difficult to do business and how difficult it is for the small shops to make a decent living or comfortable living. They came up with an idea. Why not creating our own company? So that from that logic, which is they created a Patriot Liner. And we can all understand why the name Patriot came from, right? Because of their statuses. And after that, they created a company. They wanted to build it on a structure that will not constrain the end user, which is the shop that wanted to make money.